First of all, I would like to apologize to everybody for the quality of the sound of the video that I'm about to put on here. And I promise you I'll be working on all of those things, but I'm new to this and I am just learning. And also I have to learn how to edit the video. I have no idea how, because I'm gonna have to splice things together because my video stopped recording. So this is just to let y'all know that I'm working on these things, but this interview with Aaron is quite interesting. I think you'll really get a lot out of it and learn a lot about him, especially if you love him or if someone you know is going through cancer treatments, and there are a lot of us. Anyway, this will be in 2 parts because we only got to a certain point at this, me driving him to the airport this time. So when I pick him up from the airport, there'll be part 2. So you'll have to stay tuned for part 2 to Riding with the Girls, Aaron's episodes. Okay, thank you. The episode's about to come on. And please subscribe. Thank you.
Hello?
Hi. Aaron, can I hear you?
Yeah.
Okay. This is episode 3 of Riding with Girls, but this time we're interviewing Aaron. I'm not going to say his last name, but you know who he is. He has a lot of people that really love him, and he's going through a battle with cancer right now that I myself and a lot of people that love him are curious about his journey, where it started, what he's going through. He's headed to Washington near Seattle for his 3rd chemotherapy treatment, right?
Yep, round 3.
And so can you tell us a little bit, just give us an outline of what you've been going through and how you feel about it?
Well, I started off with the doctors out here and they all suck. I had to go to 4 or 5 different hospitals and keep checking myself in, and they would kick me out a couple days later.
Why did you go to the hospital?
I had stomach pain.
And you went by ambulance?
Well, no, I took myself because I was going to my primary, but he was treating me for food poisoning.
Oh my God. So all of these mistakes that these doctors made, how much time was involved in this from the time you first went to the hospital till...
They wasted 6 weeks of time.
Wow. That's amazing. And I don't know if I should say the name of the hospital. I probably should. What do you think?
Which one? There was 4.
Southern Hills. They were one, right?
Yeah, they were the first one.
They sent you home twice, I think.
Right? No, 3 times.
And then didn't you have to have some kind of special permission or something from the insurance to be able to go to the hospital that finally...
Yeah, in a network. I had to make sure they're in network.
And then which hospital did you go to when they finally diagnosed you correctly?
Centennial.
Yeah. Now that was about 8-10 weeks ago, maybe?
It started in the middle of May. I was having stomach pains, and I went to the primary care, and he treated me for food poisoning for 2 regimens. Can
you speak a little louder?
And then he he got my intestines all messed up from all the from the pills they were giving me, the antibiotics.
They were giving you antibiotics for a stomach virus or something, right?
Yeah. And then they said I had stage 3 chronic kidney disease, which was a lie.
And that was all here in Nevada. But you have a partner that lives in the Washington State that's a good friend of yours that plays golf with somebody important, right?
Yeah, he was. He plays golf with like this scientist guy, and he's a doctor, oncologist, and everything. And he told him to get me up there to Fred Hutch.
So they admit he took you on as a patient. He accepted you as a patient, and that's a
Well, he
very.
didn't personally. He just
Well.
told me where to go.
Well, they were playing golf together, right?
Hmm.
He said, my best buddy, my partner needs help. And he said, fine. And that's pretty much kind of
Yeah.
how it started. Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah, he knew everything before I went to the doctors, like what chemo I should be taking.
And he sent off for the actual samples from the biopsy, right? He wasn't accepting their
Well, this was the
diagnosis or what-
doctor up there. He's the president of Fred Hutch, Tim Purcell.
Yeah.
I was seeing him.
I want to say that since the beginning of this, I've always had a lot of hope. I mean, he was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. But I know Aaron's strong. I know he's in his early 50s. I know he's loved, and I know there are tons of prayers going out there for him that also help. And I just kind of felt a miracle happening when this other doctor in Washington decided to take him, and I'm very hopeful that he's going to make it through this. I would like to say that usually, in my opinion, anything I've seen with chemotherapy, the first chemotherapy is usually so brutal. I mean, I saw my friend Brenda for 10 days. She was throwing up. She was so miserable. She wanted to die. And can you tell us about your first chemotherapy treatment?
It was a lot easier than I thought. I mean, the main thing was just not knowing anything and going to the oncologist out here and telling him that my vision was a little blurry, and then the next thing he was saying was, well, we better get an MRI of your brain and make sure it hasn't spread to your brain already.
Oh, gee.
And, so then I'm like, well, when is that? And then I find out that it's not for like 2 months away in Las Vegas for the MRI, and the PET scan was like 6 weeks away, and my insurance wouldn't cover it. They kept denying it, then they would approve it, and then they would cancel it, and they would approve it again, and then I went down there and they canceled it. After I told them I was just going to pay cash no matter what, they still canceled it.
And these are tests that you needed done before you went to Washington, right?
Yeah, I needed them done right away.
You had to have them done right away. And the very next day you were taking a plane to Washington to start.
Yeah, I had to have them done on Wednesday, and Thursday I was leaving so I could bring the imaging up there for them.
And they almost denied it.
And they did deny it.
Even though
and
you
the
were
guy
paying
snuck
cash.
me in. Correct.
And I'm curious, how much cash did it cost you?
The MRI I paid $800, and then they actually covered the PET scan at the last minute.
Oh,
Thank God, because that was
Yeah.
like $4,000.
Wow. See, our medical system is so messed up here.
But when I got the scans read to me in Seattle, they didn't see any cancer spread anywhere really. They just saw a little bit on my stomach lining, peritoneum or whatever it's called. But
and they checked your lymph nodes, didn't they? You had
they
a
said
lot
it
of your
was,
lymph nodes had cancer in them. Is that correct?
13 out of 18.
And that's usually a sign that the cancer has spread pretty far, right?
Right.
But the cancer only spread a small amount to your stomach?
You gonna turn here?
Oh, yes, I am. See?
And then after I had the scans, it still took 2 weeks before I could get into Fred Hutch, because they weren't accepting any cash patients anymore, and I wasn't a resident of Washington, so I'm a resident of Washington now.
Yeah, that was
And then they approved me for my health care right away.
that was wonderful. I mean, it just took a letter from a business mailed to that address in your name for you to be able to get the medical treatment that you needed.
So I was always not upset, but not knowing what was going to happen. And I was just worried all the time.
Yeah.
And then finally, I got my port put in on my birthday.
What was that like? Did they put you to sleep to do it, or?
Yeah, just like a colonoscopy, sleep, just
Yeah.
hour procedure. but I was still scared because I didn't want to put something inside of my body.
It's all scary.
I don't know. I mean, the way the first doctor in Vegas explained it to me, he was like, "Oh yeah, we'll put a port in you, and then we'll give you some chemo, and you just go home and wear it like a fanny pack for a couple days. It'll pump chemo through you for 48 hours." But I mean, when I went to Seattle, then I actually had to do 5 hours of chemo with 3 different chemos they put through you. Well, 2, but it takes 5 hours, but they give you all the pre-meds first so you don't get sick and stuff like that. And they gave me like 5 prescriptions to go home with, like 3 nausea ones, 1 for my bones, and then some other one, but I don't take any of them. I haven't had to take any of them. The pre-meds that they've been giving me have been working good enough.
Thank God.
I haven't been throwing up at all. Not one time have I felt nauseous.
Well, if there's ever sort of a happy ending to a very bad situation, you seem to have all the things necessary to have a bright outlook, I believe. Now, this is going to be your 3rd chemotherapy session, right?
Yeah,
Is this-
without the chemo, the doctors told me I had 12 months to 14 months to live.
Wow.
So hopefully with the therapy I'm getting, I'll go another 20, 30 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You know. Okay, I might have to edit this somehow, and I'm learning how to do that. Everything is on the fly here with me. But what were we just saying?
About how it affects everyone different.
Yeah, and how between your toes and they.
Yeah, between my toes, they said they were gonna split, crack, and dry, and then to buy a special mouthwash because your mouth will start getting sores. I'll be throwing up.
Thank God for.
I'd be fatigued. I wouldn't be able to eat. But the side effects I do feel are like right after for about 4 or 5 days at least. If I drink anything cold, it feels like a 9-volt battery shock in my throat. And then if I eat anything, no matter what it is, if it's like breakfast, lunch, dinner, or anything in between, as soon as I put it in my mouth, it hurts really bad, the jaws, because it's like putting something super sour in your mouth. But
It could be
multiply
worse.
that.
You could be losing your hair.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, that's a terrible thing. Like putting a 9-volt battery to your tongue?
No,
Is
to
it
your
like that?
throat.
What?
Yeah, it feels like that, but in your throat.
Oh, okay. Everybody knows how that feels, I think. Or at least I do.
The tingling one, that's
Yeah.
really hard when you first put something in your mouth.
Yeah. That would be. Oh,
And that
would be.
lasts for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then I can finish my whole meal without any more issues.
Oh, well, that's good. That's, because there are some. I know another
I get the
person.
hiccups, gives me the hiccups for a few days. Just a little tired, not as much as you think, but when they do this, the first IV lasts for about 3 hours, and the second one's like an hour and a half or so. But when they put that second one on me, both times, it just makes me go to sleep for about 30 minutes. Makes me take a nap.
Oh, that's all right. I'd rather sleep through and wake up and be all better, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So I got 4 more treatments, and then I take a month off, get the surgery, and then 6 more treatments.
That's.
And then I might have to take pills too.
I want to tell you this, Aaron. I don't run in the same circles that you do, but I meet people in town who don't know you, that don't know that we know each other, that do know you, and that think a lot of you and respect you. There's her. And she loves you, just from coming in your shop and the things that you've been able to help her with. And she had a kratom addiction, and you helped her to come off of that slowly, and now she's drug free for a while now. But she loves you for your intelligence and your how helpful you were, and how, and that's not the only person. There's another person who sells you stuff, that you resell on your eBay that you don't know that I know. And they all have good things to say about you. I love you myself. You're not an easy person to know, but I'm so glad that I do know you. You're engaged to my niece now for over 5 years. I think you've been with her for like 9, maybe?
Yeah.
8 or 9. But she failure to pull the trigger. I keep telling her, you know, shoot, just grab me. We'll go down to the justice of the peace. I'll be your witness and get married. So I'll let you know that's the plan when you come back this next week. You know, this next time. Is we're just going to take one day if you have to close the store or whatever and just go down and do it.
We're closed on Saturdays.
Okay, well, we'll try to do it on Saturday. Now, the thing about Saturday is, let's see, I don't know, the 20th, I have the tickets to go see The Wizard of Oz in the afternoon, the 20th.
Yeah.
Now, you're not getting chemo that week, so I'm hoping that you feel like going. If you don't, I have a backup. You know, I'll take Sharon. I told Sharon I'd take her. But you're first. But if you're not feeling up to it, let me know. There's not a problem, okay? But we're going to go see The Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. Dana, Aaron, and I, hopefully, on the 20th. That should be an amazing show. Have you seen some of the...
Yeah, I've seen some of the previews or whatever. Looks pretty good. It's like 40.
Yeah, I know I saw the Eagles there. And I'm retired from the stagehand, from the entertainment industry. And it's something like I've never experienced before. I would say